Irony of Chast is such a good song. Irony of Chast is a fantastic song. I mean, Isuka in general is like, music is insanity. Oh, damn. This is SoCal versus NYC. I'm for it. I love Order Soul. Keep the Flag Flying is probably my favorite song, or very close to it. Beak Driver. So, real quick, we should talk about the matchup real quick, right? This is actually it's not great for Venom in my opinion. I think it's like okay at best. Yeah, we could see this match this weekend. I'm looking forward to Anime Ascension, man. I'm just ready to like absorb Guilty Gear through my bloodstream for like a couple of days, right? I think this matchup is kind of difficult because I think the buttons really sort of hurt Venom, or not Venom, Raven. I think Sin's buttons really hurt Raven and how he has to operate. I think he has decent buttons to contest, right? 2D is very good if he gets into that range, but for the most part, he gets outzoned. And 6P, 5P, such good anti-airs. You get Beak Driver out of the air. You get Bull Bashed out of the air. Like, he has so many ways where his movement, yes, is his best tool, or one of his best tools. But the problem is that Sin is so good at shutting things down like that. So now you're just constantly afraid, right? How are you going to approach a guy like this? A guy who can literally just like win the game on one counter hit. Literally. Great guard crank on this character. He has great buttons, a lot of space control, and you have a character that's just trying to get in at all times, usually spells for disaster. A character like this, yeah, Raven movement is committal. That's the best way to put it. Thank you for making it concise, Andy. Raven movement is committal, and that means that, what is this frame? And that means that like it could put you in a lot of bad situations. Second thing is that this character, like normally a character that has this much damage shouldn't be this good at doing or this good at space control, or a character with this much space control shouldn't be this good at damage. That's just like fundamental fighting games, right? Just like you're either good at zoning and keeping people out, or you're good at doing damage, but you have to earn it. This character just got both. He's so good at it, but he doesn't have a mix-up. That's the problem. This man Kizzy, college degree. That's what he needs to play this character. Wow. Yeah, he burst that because Jump 6H is actually one of his best starters. Starts with a big damage button that's not going to scale. It's not going to prorate. And it vacuums in. So that's why he bursts here. Right? He bursts. This is kind of scary. I felt like... Oh, okay, no, he bursts on the elk hunt. My bad. Yeah. In a game where most of the vacuums have gone from the XX days, like Potemkin 2S used to vacuum, most vacuums are gone. He still has it. It just blows my mind. I don't blame him either. Yeah, like that's just going to do way too much damage. Ooh, a little bit too far from the ball, right? Oh, no. Oh, no. That's my friend. He's bleeding. Yeah. Nice. And then the super dump. So what's a good situation here is that he doesn't IED, right? He doesn't go this way and try to go out. What he does is he actually jump and then double jumps again and green guards, right? And he faultless defenses. And that way he gets away from this situation. It's very smart decision, enough recovery to fall down and get the hit. Oh, pick it up. Bah! He's so dead. He's so dead. RC, full charge Beak Driver. I'll hit something eventually. He's so dead. I will say though, Kizzie is very good at executing people, and not like executing as in like press buttons at the right time. I mean like literally to like chop their head off when it comes to the time. Did he dodge his beak driver with pin? Almost barely. Look at, so this is another thing. You can see how many times that in neutral Kizzie is throwing out beak drivers, right? Beak driver. Beak driver. No, he doesn't hold it this time. And immediately recognizes I'm still blue in terms of calories, so I'm just going to go in because I got the air hit. Air hit knockdown, time to go in. Oi! Air hit bull bash, no counter hit, so he just gets the beak driver afterwards. Nothing big. What the fuck was this 2H? Nice. Gets the hit. What was that confirm? This character's so silly. He just... Oompa, oompa. Counter at 5p. Yeah, I like that. That was a very smart decision. Just armor through it. Sin has a lot of recovery on his moves. Guard gauge, though. Scary. Two scary things here. Yep. He's going to be RC'd if he needs to. He got hit. He got hit. It's a very that's a very old school tactic though. Sin is bad. Sin is bad. How does he open people up? This is a very old school tactic though from Kizz. Not a lot of people do this anymore. Is that what they do is that they go for their invincible reversal of some sort, whether it be a dead angle or it be like a super, and they just RC it afterwards, right? Just like spend the 100. There's no you're not gonna double up on your tension pulse. What's it called? You're not going to double up on your tension pulse negation or whatever. I'm trying to find the actual word for it in my head right now. Penalty. There you go. You're not going to double up on your tension pulse penalty. So why not? Just do it. Kizzie actually does love to do that with people, and he'll try it at least once, right? Because if he gets put in that situation, there's almost no reason for him not to try it at least once, right? Because if he tries it at least once on someone and he gets the hit, it's almost always going to be worth it. At that point, he's almost going to be for sure certain that he knows that character, that he doesn't know how to deal with it, and that's just like, mwah, that's perfect. When you're a Sin player and you know they don't know how to deal with cross-up RTL, you're just like, oh man, if only I had 50%, right? And you just get out of anything. There are ways to punish it. There are ways to deal with it. You can just defend the last hit and then go for a combo, but you sort of put yourself at risk in certain situations like that. You could just let it rock, honestly. Jumps away from the beak driver. Nice air throw. He's going to get... Wow, great blow block there. And that was just recognition on how high you jumped after the throw, right? High jump, I'm going low. Jumps out. Man, look at this. This is honestly why Kizzie is one of the best players in the world, right? So he jumps out, right? And now he goes for the air dash this time because he is now afraid to do that command throw because he just got punished for it. He backdashes, tries to take the space, a little bit too late. Unfortunate. Now that Kizzie's taken the positioning, he's now forced back into the corner. And this is where Kizzie gets to start playing the game again. You thought... You thought, huh? Did he teleport through? Just have right timing for it? Yes, he did. Well done. Dead angle. He does it to eat, right? He was really low on health. Or on calories. He was in red in calories, actually. Dead angle, eat. Worth it. 100%. In fact, I think maybe Manny should have recognized this. And maybe not gone for H in that situation. Oh, no, wait. He guard canceled the 5P. It's unfortunate. Maybe he should have staggered his pressure then. I feel like he should have recognized that. That's what was going to happen. That he was going to go for some reversal option into eat. Oh, look at this combo. Micro dash. Micro dash. Resets. Look at that shit. This is always just be afraid of this shit. Because at this point, this combo is already scaled. Right? Counter hit. Takes him all the way to the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jump cancel and then reset. Boom. Kizzie will routinely do that because why not in that situation? Right? You really think about that situation and you think about why wouldn't I do that? If I'm Kizzie in that situation, I got the hit, the combo is already skilled. I've put 4 beak drivers in your ass, right? And I've got a lot of the damage that I was going to get off the combo because what's that combo is going to end with is probably 2H2D. You get the knockdown, you try to go for the setup afterwards. What he does instead is he goes for jump D, and then he goes into Voltic Dane. And what that does is at worst, you're going to block that and he gets a mix-up. Or he gets to decide to eat in front of your face and he doesn't eat the tension pulse penalty, right? It just makes sense. It just makes sense in that situation if you're not going to kill. So he goes for a mix-up in that situation. And the second thing is that afterwards, he gets to either choose whether he wants to eat or sorry. He goes into JD, Voltic Dane, he gets to go for a mix-up or he gets to eat afterwards. That's his decision because he can still have fantastic positioning as Sin, or he can decide to go for a mix-up in that situation to finish it off. And the second thing is that afterwards, when you're going to get into that situation, he can delay 2D after the 2H, and then he can go for a low afterwards, right? And that just means that he's going to add a little bit of extra game to that mix-up. Next time he does it, he doesn't necessarily have to go for JD. He could, but he doesn't have to. Because at worst, you can just delay cancel 2D into Voltic Dane again. You got the same mix-up. In that situation, there's almost no reason not to do it. What a teleport. How's it going, Floki? Missed the last 5 seconds here. Nice. Grips the tech. Great situation here. Once you're in this situation, you're in a fantastic position, right? I was talking about Kizzie because Kizzie's doing a lot right. He is bullying the hell out of Blaze. But that was a great situation from Blaze right here, right? Gets the throw. Once you get into this throw right here, you have 3 stocks. This is 10 stocks in total. You start from 0. So there's 3 stocks. He's trying to get to 5 so he can combo off the command grab. Sets up the ball. Very nice. I feel like this might have been a bit too much. Because he trades with the 6P. God damn it. He trades with the 6P. Obviously in favor of Kizzie because that means he gets out. Takes corner positioning and goes for Oki here. How's it going, Floki? What's the tension pulse penalty? Right. So, you know, you might have heard this in Dragon Ball FighterZ recently, but in Dragon Ball FighterZ, after you spend meter, you are put into a penalty. Your pulse, the pulsing, like it refers to how fast you gain meter in Guilty Gear. In Dragon Ball FighterZ, there's no such thing as pulse, but I think there is some sort of like ramping up system that kind of acts like it. Anyway, the point is that in DBFZ, there is now a penalty for every time you spend meter. That came from this game, Guilty Gear. Every time you RC or Roman cancel in any sort of way, you get a penalty. You get a tension pulse penalty. And what tension pulse is that you see. I'm gonna just back up a little bit here. You see these little arrows here. You'll see like arrows coming out from this situation, right? And you see how fast he's building meter? This refers to your tension pulse, right? And your tension pulse is how fast you gain meter from certain, or how much meter you gain from certain situations. So what it does is that every time you move forward, every time you get hits, you gain a little bit of tension pulse, right? Until you max it out. And when you max it out, you get the most possible meter gain. Tension pulse penalty happens when you cancel, like YRC, right? This is a cancel. What it does is that it drops your tension pulse to 0 for, I think, 4 seconds for a certain amount of time. And in that time, you gain a very low amount of meter. So this is to offset the strength of being able to cancel any move in any situation. YRC, obviously, when you're out of block stun. But that's the idea behind tension pulse penalty. Now, the thing I was saying before about him using Voltic Dane is that, unlike DBFZ, supers do not take tension pulse penalty. So you're able to do things like that where you do super and you lock them down and then eat afterwards instead of going for a knockdown RC or going for an RC Roman cancel, going for a cancel into eat, which would do the same thing essentially. You would get meter gain back, but you save your tension pulse. So wait, where were we here? So the reason why I was saying that I really like this throw, and then he goes for TK ball, right? I think in that situation he does super jump into glide. I don't think he messed up the glide cancel. I think he went for this purposely, but he's going for the overhead on this version, right? And going for the overhead here, that's fine. But the thing is that you actually put yourself in a bad situation. You could have gone for regular glide here. And Sin only had burst. He didn't have meter, so he wasn't going to dead angle it. And then the good thing about Kizz is that he takes a corner instead of just trying to go for Oki in this situation, right? And one thing as we go along, we'll probably only get one more Kizzy match, right? We'll probably get only one more Kizzy match here. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember how. Yeah, we'll get one more Kizzy match, I think. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow. But the one thing to note is that Kizzy, if you're a Sin player, I think you should really pay attention to this, is that Kizzy is so good at dealing with people crossing him up. So good. Cross up, 6p. Every single time. Cross up, 5p. In fact, as we go along, because I'll probably be streaming either tomorrow or Wednesday. I'm trying to shoot for tomorrow in preparation for Anime Ascension. You just keep watching Kizzy. That's one of his strongest tools now. He is so good at that. I don't know if he did this on purpose, but if he did, that's godlike because he got the corner positioning again. Yeah. This was very purposely spaced this far out. He doesn't run in beak driver. He goes for bull bash here because it goes its max range. And gets the throw. That was always the read. That was so purposeful, you can only say that's a read. Good blitz shield. Nice, he tries to meaty with pin, but he just ducks underneath it. Stuffs him out. I am so surprised. I think he expected burst here. Because this was a non-canceled elk hunt. I think he expects burst here. Dead angle. Meets him out of the air. Meets him out of the air again with a throw. Puts him in the corner. So at this point right here, what he does is actually he runs up and he tries to go. He goes for charge beak driver, right? I think he's looking for stance. He's looking for what's that stance called? We're gonna figure that out right now. I'm only doing this right now because I fucking always forget. Where's the stance? Ground throw, glide. I swear to God, if it's some crazy German name, I'm going to be so mad. Give it to me here. That's right. Sweet. I think he's looking for give it to me here. And doesn't get it, so he gets full charge beak driver in a leap. Gold bursts, and I'm more okay with this because he's... Oh, I'm obviously okay with this because he's about to lose. Manny, what was this? Oh man, my man tried to make a real vanish. That dude tried to make a vanish in Guilty Gear. And then he gets dude. That was like actually smart though, because it's very obvious that he's going for the air throw here. This much health, he's going for the air throw. Just gonna go into invincible burst super. Boom. I mean, we have played Kizzy like that many times, and he makes decisions like that, and you're just like, what the fuck, man? Why would you do that? We're just trying to play Guilty. We're just trying to play Guilty Gear, man. We're just trying to play Guilty Gear.